standing in the sun. I can only imagine when all I would do is forever, forever worship you. I can only imagine, yeah, I can only imagine. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus, or in all you may sing? Will I stand in your presence, or my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I be able to sing it all? I can only imagine. Yeah, I can only imagine.
is truly an honor to be here today. Don't worry, I'm not going to speak a bunch. That's not my part in this. I'm a little overwhelmed with the emotions right now for a number of reasons. This next one, as particular, was one of my mom's favorite songs in the world. It was actually composed by Philip Paul Bliss and the lyrics by Horatio G. Spafford. It happened back in 1871 when Mr. Horatio Spafford lost a fortune. His business burnt, 1871 in Chicago. His 4-year-old son died of scarlet fever. It was a terrible time in their life, and he felt that a trip to Europe would be the best thing for his wife and 4 girls. And they started on a ship, and as they went across, this ship ran into another ship on the ocean, sank, and all 4 daughters were lost at that time. His wife made it to where her destination was, and right away he headed out across the ocean. And as he came to that point, the captain of the ship awakened him and said, "Sir, this is where it all happened." And his heart was filled with lyrics for a song. And this is the song. In the time of torment and absolute loss, he still found the power in his heart to say, "It is well."
This was my mom's favorite song.
This last one we're going to do is classic song, and I think the world needs to hear it right now. This past 2021, it's been a tumultuous time for many reasons. I know in each of your lives you've lost a loved one. But as we look at the world and as it continues to move forward in the way that it is, there is hope. If we just as mankind, personkind, whatever you want to call it, could come together and just imagine what that would be like if we could just put everything aside and just care for each other.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. No religion too. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not anymore. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Hello, friends. Before we begin the formal ceremony, I'd like to share a few housekeeping thoughts. My name is Dana Chamberlain, and I'm the General Manager of W.J.Jones Son Funeral Home, and I'll be your MC for today's ceremony. In the past, Della has been our MC, but unfortunately she wasn't able to be here today, and I have some really big shoes to fill today. Now, if you look around, you'll see our Jones team are those people wearing black and white with the name tags. They're all around, they can wave. We're here to support you today, so if you have any questions or in need of anything, please approach us and we'll do our utmost to help you. I want to say a huge thank you to Aaron Rustin and Paul Winnichuk for gracing us with your gift of music as our guests entered the chapel. It was just beautiful. Can you help me with this? As you entered the chapel, I hope you received a program and a message of love and a pen. We invite you to write your message of love and then place it in the baskets in the lobby as you leave the chapel. These messages will be planted underneath the tree of memory and our way of giving this tree an extra special blessing. Tomorrow morning, the tree of memory will be planted in Crescent Park by the Parks and Rec staff. We will post its location on our website and Facebook when we have done so. You'll notice on the TVs, we've actually posted a picture of where the tree will be. In preparation for the ceremony, I'm going to ask you to turn off your ringers on your phones right now, so we are distraction-free. I should check mine. We're good. Peace to each of you and much love. Let's begin the ceremony by inviting forward Lou Young to bring greetings on behalf of our team.
Hello, friends. On behalf of W.J.Jones Son and our team of individual people that work together in our community, I welcome you to the heart of Moose Jaw. We are so grateful for the opportunity to actually this year gather together. It's for our annual Tree of Memory dedication ceremony for the first time in 3 years. And so I give you a heartfelt welcome. This is our 22nd annual Tree of Memory dedication ceremony, a tradition that began back in the year 2000, a tradition that has been and continues to be one of the ways we honor loved ones, your loved ones, and gives us the opportunity to share with you. Today we plant a blue spruce in memory of your loved one. And everyone we were so honored to be able to serve from May 21st, 2021 to May 20th, 2022. An evergreen tree to symbolize your love forever. While much has changed and been affected in the past 3 years, one thing that has not changed is our desire to honor and serve you in your time of the greatest need. Now it is our hope that when you visit the park in the future, you will visit this tree of memory and embrace it as a symbol of love and lasting legacy of your beloved, and a gift of honor and remembrance from our hearts to you.
The past 3 years has seen a lot of change in our world, our community, and even at our funeral home. We've had teammates take retirement, and we've had new teammates join us. And we are grateful to each and every one of them for all they have brought to our team and to you, our community. Today, I want to acknowledge teammate Lou Young, our longest-serving funeral director. For Lou, it all began in the summer of 1973 when he enrolled in college at Oklahoma City for the fall. Lou was looking for some form of short-term summer employment before heading off to school, so he went to work for Weyburn Funeral Home, owned by the Fergusons at the time. Well, that summer employment was where Lou found his calling. He served his apprenticeship there, where he attained his embalmer's license from the Saskatchewan Embalmers Association in 1977. It was the same year he began employment with W.J.Jones Son Funeral Home here in Moose Jaw. This year, we celebrate Lou's 45 years of working with W.J.Jones Son as a funeral director and 49 years in the funeral profession. We are honored to call Lou our teammate and grateful for all he has done for our profession as funeral director and as a leader and a mentor. Will you help me again congratulate and thank Lou for his years of service to date? While honoring a career in its 5th decade, we also want to honor and introduce our newest funeral director and recent graduate of the Saskatchewan Polytech Funeral Director and Embalmer Program, Christine Dacey. Christine came to us as an intern during the pandemic, and we are so very grateful that she did. She has already been an incredible asset to our team, and we look forward to sharing our future with her. Will you help me welcome Christine Dacey? What a gift it was to listen to Aaron and Paul as we gathered this afternoon. Their musicship and energy are just magical. Now they're going to share a song chosen specially to honor Aaron's mother-in-law, Elaine Took, who passed away August 26th of 2021. Elaine is one of the 180 people we are honoring the memory of today.
I know I'm supposed to just sing, but I won't throw in an interpretive dance, just so you know. Elaine Took was a teacher to hundreds, a mentor to many, and a friend to all. I clipped this from some of the writings in the paper, but it so aptly spoke who she was. She passed away peacefully in her home August 26, as Dana had said. But her love for life did not come to an end with her passing. She'll be fondly remembered as a fun-loving woman with a delightful wit, entertaining stories, and a passion for political debate. After retiring as a teacher, we actually had the honor of having Elaine with us when we lived in Vancouver and we lived in Kelowna. She was an absolute delight. I knew Elaine not only as a firecracker and a constant light in any room she was in, but also a second mom. She tolerated me and at most times trusted me with her precious daughter, Nancy. We had the blessing of having Elaine, as I said, in Vancouver and Kelowna, and she was always a listening ear, and the wisdom she shared directly, as well as in her day-to-day actions, spoke boomingly as to the person she really was. She loved music, and she would sit for hours playing the piano at family get-togethers, and to suddenly have her break into song was just Elaine being Elaine. I remember countless times when I'd find Elaine and Nancy, my lovely wife, just singing through When the Red, Red Robin Comes bobbing along, just because they felt like it. When my dad and mom, and then my sister, and finally my brother passed away, Elaine told me, "I'll be your mom." And she meant it. She would come out to events where we'd be doing music, and it just seemed always, even if we were rocking it out in different venues with Paul and the other people in the band, she always wanted me to sing one song. So, well, Mom, here's a song you always asked to sing at any event I was honored to be part of, and this one is for you.
Thank you, that was beautiful. This last year, a meme came across social media that exemplified the power of roots. It was the picture of a tree. Well, actually, two trees. Two conjoined trees, with one fully rooted tree holding the other tree with no roots by two outstretched branches. It appeared the entire bottom half of one tree that was being held had been chopped off with no lower trunk at all. And somehow, both trees were thriving. The meme read, "Chopped off, firmly rooted, still growing." What an image. What a truth. What an inspiration. That's where the theme, firmly rooted, came from for today's reflection. The person who posted the meme added these powerful questions. What grounds you when you feel chopped off at the knees? What resources do you have that ensure your continued growth? These past years have been a lot as we have to navigate all that has come our way collectively. And then, this past year, you've experienced a deep loss of someone who has touched your heart and made an impact on your life. And for some of you, the grief experience may have left you feeling cut off at the knees, as if the ground had shifted beneath your feet, leaving you with a profound missing and disorientation, throwing you off your center and altering your sense of self. You might have wondered if you could recover from such a loss. You might have felt like a shadow of yourself. You might have felt there was no way to grow forward. Grief can do that. It can affect us to the core of our being. It's at times such as this that serves us well to look to nature for inspiration, to help us rise up and find our thrive. That's why we turn to nature for this healing ritual, so that we can bring you into the heart of Mother Nature to plant this tree where she can nurture and speak to you. Nature is so full of inspirations. Did you know that trees actually have what are called heart roots? Multiple primary roots that you can often see at the base of the trunk. And from those heart roots grow secondary roots that search for nourishment deep in the soils. Heart roots, that's what we need when loss rocks our world. We need to go to the heart of life and search for nourishment deep in our roots. We need to nurture our body, mind, and spirits. We need to fill the tank of our soul with gentle, affirming thoughts and surround ourselves with trusted and supportive people. We need to connect with our beloved and the inspirations of their life. We need to embrace pockets of peace, meaning in moments, and glimpses of light. And when we do, we will experience the strengthening to stand taller, the ability to give beyond ourselves, the power to live more fully in spite of your loss, and in the light of your renewed life. We, like the trees, have heart roots, and we firmly root ourselves with them and nurture ourselves with life's greatest resources. We just might experience the transcendence from surviving to thriving. Like that picture of the two conjoined trees, may we discover supports that hold us, supports to carry us for a while, and ground us so that we can find our roots once again and dig in firmly. It is our great hope that you will become firmly rooted so you may live fully alive. With that thought firmly rooted, we will now pay tribute to all we have been so honored to serve this past year through the reading of the honor roll. I invite Christine Dacey forward to share in this reading. Today we dedicate this tree in memory of
Joseph Alexanderson, Margaret Alm, Irene Anderson, Lionel Antonuck, Jean Arkles, Beverly Auger, Lori L.J. Azur, Timothy Baba, Patrick Beshu, Wesley Banalevic, Jean Barber, Ruby Barber, Stephen Barth, Helen Bazandowski, Debbie Beach, Lorraine Beller, Annie Bell, John Belt, Murray Bernard, Myrtle Bischoff, John Blair, Louis Blanchard, Janice Bonner, Stuart Bozak, Marjorie Burgess, Dorothy Burns, Linda Byrne, Norman Cahill, Beryl Cassmore, Grace Cave, Arthur Cedergren, Donna Christensen, Lorraine Clark, Marianne Clark, Doreen Cobb, Gordon Conley.
Ronald Cork, Edith Crosby, Inez Cumberland, Ronald Cunningham, Gladys Davison, Ruby Douglas, Margaret Drager, Alan Ellsworth, Mary Entz, Janice Epp, Vonda Feeder, Frank Fish, Elizabeth Fitzgerald, James Folk, Dorothy Follansby, Donald Forer, Betty Francis, Rose Frank, Anne Fuchs, Jerry Funk, Margaret Gardner, William Gibbs, Sylvia Glyden, Beulah Goby, Irene Greggins, Lorraine Gross, Stephen Gilliam, Edith Cunningham, Helen Jermoff, Harold Hall, Joyce Hanson, Brandon Harris, Doris Hearn, Helene Hetherington, William Hobbs, Rhonda Lynn Hoffman,
Ronald Horton, Ruth Hoyes, Gloria Hudson, Marcus Hurlbert, William Itkush, Joseph Jeanson, Edith Jeffrey, Maxine Jones, Lloyd Kabanuk, Colin King, Gerald Knelson, Leonard Knelson, Mabel Knipschild, Heinz Kosh, Elaine Coral, Joseph Andre Laliberty, Merrill Laviere, Olive Larson, Dennis Lafort, Donna Laguerre, Leonard Laguerre, Iris Luichu, David Lewis, Esther Lidberg, Trent Lissick, William Little, Ruby McCorkadale.
Sarah Mansky, Dagny Marshall, Dorothy McDermott, Diana McDermott, Flora McDonald, Marion McDougall, Daryl Metz, Gloria Miller, Harvey Miller, Veronica Moore, Eleanor Morehart, Gertrude Morrison, Linda Mulligan, Sharon Nestor, Warren Neufeld, Cindy Newsham, Margaret Nordgulen, Peter Norris, Robert Olafson, Robert Onyx, Sharon Painshaw, Alan Passmore, Alexander Patterson, Alan Penner, Robert Perkins, Sheila Phillips, Mary Pickard, Wilma Pickering, Albert Pocket, Lorraine Probert, Earl Proctor, Joe Proklovich, thank you, Eleanor Prouse, Minnie Pryor.
Loretta Puddle, Paul Pilituk, Alexander Ramage, Agnes Relander, Mary Renner, Stephen Riley, Dorothy Robertson, Kevin Rowe, Gerald Roosevelt, Linda Schindel, William Shoughton, Margaret Scott, Dennis Sievers, Herman Simrose, Ray Sinclair, Larry Smith, Larry Spencer, David Sproul, Doreen Stevenson, Yvonne Stratulat, Velma Sutherland, Yvonne Swanson, Zeta Swanson, Donald Swenson, Dorothy Swenson, Ray Taylor, Elaine Took, Murray Tredgett, James Turner, Margaret Tyers, Anna Waldner, John Waldner, Elizabeth Wallace, Brenda Warner, Orest Waslick,
Mildred Watson, Wilma Wheeler-Hollier, Edna White, Mona Widdenmeyer, Joan Wilm, Sheila Wilson, David Wiseman, Brian Yamanuk, Cassandra York, John Zeffley, Mike Zirojevic. Today we dedicate this blue spruce tree to the memory of these very precious people whom we have named. People who have touched your heart deeply. People whose story is part of your story. People who made a difference in this world in their very own unique, one-of-a-kind way. Today, this tree stands in memory of your beloved. May the tree of memory fare well in this sacred place as it bears the high calling of a living legacy. May these soils offer a solid foundation of strength and nurturance for its growth. In the same way that you draw on the strong foundation of your loved one's legacy and your shared roots offering you strength and nurturance for your growth. May the heavens rain showers upon this tree, and in the same way may life shower you with blessings, ever reminding you that love reigns. May the sun shine upon this tree of memory with nurturing warmth and life-giving light, in the same way that you draw on the light of your loved one's memory and the light of your surroundings to add warmth and perspective to your life. May this tree of memory grow tall and strong and flourish in its high calling, and may you stand taller and grow stronger and flourish in your loved one's memory. Just like the spruce will root into the earth and grow on from here, so it is our prayer that you too grow on from here, rooted in all that serves you. Let's think of this as Lou Young reads the poem Growing by Joey Lenton.
Let me be rooted like a sturdy oak tree, which freely spreads itself, its bark, its branches, trunk and leaves across the forest floor, because sunlight invites it to, and it knows how to grow and mature. May I stay strong and stable, secure, during life's firecrest storms, unshaken, unmoved, unbroken, unbowed, bravely holding on, because I know that I am girdled around with a supernatural strength that is not my own, but generously given to me as a pure gift of grace, one which stems from a surrounded dependency while I stretch and remain rooted in faith.
This draws to a close our 2022 Tree of Memory dedication ceremony. But before we take leave, I would like to say thank you. Thank you to Aaron Rustin and Paul Winnichuk for blessing us with your beautiful gift of music and honoring Elaine so beautifully. Thank you to Dave Beauclair of DB Productions for recording this event so we can share it and you can share it with your family from afar. The link for this recording will be available on our website homepage in about a week, and we will post it on Facebook as well. If you'd like extra copies of the program, there will be some available at the back, and PDF will be online with the video. Thank you to Moose Jaw Parks and Recreation for working with us in planting the Tree of Memory. Thanks to the JONES-PARKVIEW team for everything. And of course, thank you for the privilege of serving you. Now, with gratitude and warmest wishes, we take leave from the sacred space, and as we do, I offer you this blessing. That in the darkness there be a blessing, that in the shadows there be a welcome, that in the night you be encompassed by the love that knows your name, and that you find yourself firmly rooted and at home in the heart of life. Amen.